Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We made it to the middle of the week. You're watching Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment, and my name's Nicole Traum. Thanks so much for tuning in. This week, we're talking about ways that we can start to bring in more loving kindness, more self-compassion. And something I wanted to talk about today is allowing ourselves, again, with the self-judgment like we talked about yesterday, to find that place of balance. This past week, I had the opportunity to sit in on a workshop with one of the leading psychologists in positive psychology, Dr. Leonov, and we talked a lot about this, and she brought up this point, and it's something that I had never really heard of before. It's a scientific term called eustress. And eustress means that we kind of live in two different places, right? We live in the place of anxiety, or we live in the place of boredom. And for the most part in our lives, we kind of ping pong back and forth. Eustress is that place in the in-between, the place where we have enough stress. Eustress is the definition of eustress is the right amount of stress that is actually healthy for us, right? That motivates us, that keeps us going. And how do we get into that place? By allowing ourselves to find balance. And so things like mindfulness, practices like breath work and movement, turning within, just being self-inquiry, these are all things that help to get us into that place. And they call that place that sort of midpoint, the flow. And I think that goes very well with what I like to talk about. So making our way into that place of noticing when we're in extreme anxiety, right? And then noticing in those times when we're in total boredom, because we do ping pong, right? It's sort of back and forth, right? Maybe we linger more on the anxiety side, or maybe, we linger more on that boredom side. But there is a place in between, and that's the place really that we want to start to focus on. In Buddhism, it's called the middle road or the middle path. And it's allowing ourselves to be in this place where we are not totally tuned out, right? Or we're not totally overwhelmed, but in that midpoint. And so our practices bring us there. So we're going to work on that today, thinking about balance. Balance in the way that I took a class this weekend, and if you are a building, right, that has some sway to it, then you're not going to just crash right over, right? If you're a tree that has some sway in it, you're going to have that place where you can kind of go. So knowing that that flow is not fixed, maybe it's a little bit closer to that boredom side, maybe it's a little closer to the anxiety side, but allowing yourself to explore that. So let's take a comfortable seat here, sitting up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders, oh, that's my shoulder that clicked, onto your back, and let yourself just start to connect here. Feeling yourself coming into your breath, into your body, into this present moment. Good. And then from there, let's just start to bring in a little bit more awareness into our head and our neck. So you can bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and then your left ear to your left shoulder, just allowing yourself to feel the sides of the neck stretching, maybe connecting a little bit deeper to your breath this morning. Big inhales and big exhales. Perfect. And then this next time as you come back through center, let's move a little. Inhale, lifting the chin, and then exhale as you lower your chin. Lifting and lowering. Couple of crackles and pops along the way, that's okay. Inhale and exhale, that's it. One more. Perfect. And then as you come back, let's bring our right ear to our right shoulder and just keep it there. You can take your left arm and drop it down. Turn your palm to face forward. And either stay like this or take your right hand to the outside of your head and just give yourself a little extra stretch this morning. We're not pulling our head, we're just kind of gently giving it a little extra weight, letting the left side of your neck start to release the more you let that arm drop. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Start to explore the sensation. Notice how it feels this morning in your body. Notice your breath. Notice where your mind goes, if it's going to whatever you're going to be doing after this or later in the day. Bring it back to this moment. Take another deep breath. That's it, good. And then come and release out and start to move your head again side to side. So just kind of noticing the difference from one side to the other. Perfect. And now we'll bring our left ear to left shoulder and keep it there. Drop your right hand, turn the palm forward. So let that arm drop. And then if you want to go a little deeper, you can take your left hand to the outside of your head and just give yourself a little extra weight as you breathe. And just let yourself come into that place of your own flow. Aware, noticing, observing, and not just noticing the good stuff, noticing the stuff that doesn't feel great too, so that you can bring your breath there. You can bring your awareness there. Take another deep breath. Good, and then come all the way back and just start to move your head side to side. Still crackle and pop for me today. And then we'll move our head in a slow circle. So just kind of noticing how everything feels this morning. If there's a spot that you want to linger on, you can. If there's a place that's really tight. And then notice your direction. We're going to pause and go all the way around the other way. Just moving nice and slow, nice and steady. That's it. Perfect. Let's bring our arms up now. Elbows up to shoulder height. Just start to squeeze your elbows back. Feel your belly engaging. Feel the shoulders moving onto your back. Good. And then keep your elbows reaching back. You're going to inhale as you turn to the right. Press the feet down. Exhale as you turn to the left. And the more you start to notice those sensations, the more you start to observe, the more you get to that middle place, that place of being present. Let's go 2 more times to each side. So over to the right. Good. And then over to the left. One more time. Perfect. Good. And then as you come on out, roll your shoulders onto your back again. We're going to do a little stretch now across the body to stretch into the front of the body, but then also into the back body. So we'll start with our right arm. Just reach it up. You can look up towards your right hand. And as you exhale, come forward and stretch across to the left. Big inhale here, stretching up. Big exhale, reaching forward and to the left. Inhaling. Good. And exhaling. Feeling that movement here. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. And exhale, just stretching, letting yourself start to come into this moment. Perfect. And then this last time, as you bring your arm across, you're going to keep it there. And you're just going to start to reach and reach, reach and reach. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then as you come out, feel all that nice sensation through the back of the shoulder, the back of the arm. Perfect. Let's try the other side now. So inhale your left arm up. You can look up into the left. Exhale as you reach across and to the right. So inhale up, exhale, reaching across, stretching into the back body. Inhale and exhale. That's it. Let's do 3 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Try and keep your feet and your seat rooted down. That's it. And then this next time as you come across, stay there and just start to reach and reach, reach and reach. Good for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then come all the way out. Roll the shoulders back. Notice all those sensations. Perfect. And then come back and let's do some circles now. So just going round and round, feeling your hips releasing, feeling your feet on the floor. Come back to your breath. Hopefully you're getting into that place of your own flow. I think to call it like the sweet spot, right? Where you start to feel more comfortable in your body, in whatever situation you're in, because we can't always change our situation, right? But we can change our reaction. We can allow ourselves to meet it with an openness. Change your direction now, going round and round. That's it. All right, and then we're gonna come on up to standing. So leaning forward, get your nose over your toes and come all the way on up. And as you come up to standing, use the back of your chair. We're just gonna start to stretch through the back of the legs. Let me make sure I'm not gonna kick my tree. So walk yourself back here, stretching out through your back body to start. Your feet are gonna be about 2 fist distance apart and parallel. And then just start to reach your right leg up and lower it down. I keep doing this with this plant. Inhale, lifting the leg up. Exhaling as you lower. 2 more. Just stretching up. Good. Lowering it down. Feeling yourself find a little balance here. And then this last time as you lift your leg up, you can hold it there. Just stretching out nice and long. Press out through your heel, out through your hands. Feel your belly pulling in. Take 1 more breath. That's it. Good. And then come on out. Walk yourself in. Move your hips side to side. And then we'll do the other leg now. So you're going to walk yourself back, straightening your arms, straightening your legs. And then inhale your left leg up. Exhale as you lower it back down. Try and keep your standing leg nice and straight. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Keep going here. Inhale and exhale. That's it. Let's do 2 more. Perfect. This next time as you lift your leg up, you're going to hold it there. Keep it there as you press out through your heel. Feel your belly pulling in. Press out through your hands. Find some balance here. 1 more breath. That's it. Good. And then come all the way out. Move your hips side to side. Perfect. And then what we'll do here is we're going to come in and bend our knees. I know I'm getting cut off a little bit here. Bend the knees. Take your right ankle to your left knee. And you can hold onto your chair here. Press your knee away from you as you flex your foot. Let yourself breathe nice and deep. If you want to find a little balance here, you can bring your hands in front of your heart. A little trick here is that you can actually lean back into the wall behind you if you have one. And then we'll come all the way out and we'll switch sides. So now you're gonna bend your knees, take your left ankle to your right knee, flex your foot. Maybe your knee's gonna be a little higher than mine, right? You probably don't teach yoga for a living. Flex your foot, press that knee away from you as you stand tall and breathe. And just find that place of balance. So maybe it's keeping your hand on the chair. Maybe it's leaning against the wall. See if you can sit a little deeper and lift your heart a little higher. One more breath. That's it, good. And then we're gonna come in and do a forward bend facing the seat of the chair. So as you turn towards the seat of your chair, kind of brings it down a little. Take a look at your feet. Feet should be about 2 fist distance apart and parallel. Bring your hands to the chair. You can stay like this, or you can start to drop your head. You can rest your elbows on the chair. And we'll start to just bend and straighten the legs a few times. This next time as you bend the knees, shift your weight forward and back. And then find that midpoint as you straighten the legs. Either stay here or grab onto your elbows and drop your head. Ooh. Good. If you're here, you can start to move your arms side to side. And then we're going to roll all the way up. Coming up slowly and coming back to your seat. All right. So as we come back, taking that comfortable seat, whatever that is for you, and checking back in. All right, so make sure you can feel the chair or the wall behind you. Let yourself start to soften into it, and then come back to your breath. That place of eustress that I talked about, that place between anxiety and boredom, right? That place of the midline or the midpoint or the middle path, whatever you want to call it, is that place that we start to get to, and it starts to make things a little bit more comfortable when we start to turn within. Right? When we start to turn within, a lot of things come up, whether it's thoughts or sensations or emotions, all those things. And so we learn to find balance even in that place. So as you close your eyes, notice it all. Let yourself be the observer here. Notice what comes up, even if it's like a crazy thought, like I need to pick this up at Publix later, or, oh my goodness, my kid didn't do their homework, whatever it is. Let the thoughts, let the sensations be there. You can observe them, but then let them pass you by like clouds in the sky. Just letting yourself be the observer this morning. And as you turn within now, just begin to deepen your breath, noticing your inhale and noticing your exhale. You can listen for any sounds around you. You can start to feel the sensation of the air on your skin, clothing on your body. Feel yourself softening down into your chair. Even notice yourself here breathing. Notice the sensation of your breath as it meets your nose, as it empties back out. Noticing how your breath feels as it moves into your body, and how your breath feels as it moves back out of your body. Letting yourself find that place of getting a little more comfortable. And just as I said before, it's balance. So sometimes it feels good, and sometimes it feels more anxious. Sometimes it feels a little more boring. But finding that place in between for yourself. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. And then slowly start to bring your awareness back to the room. You can bring a little movement to your fingers and your toes. Looking around, checking out the room, maybe even taking a stretch here, stretching your arms, your legs, turning your head. That's it. And then as you come back through center, just bring your hands back in front of your heart. We honor this practice of slowing down, of listening, of feeling, of finding balance, whether it's standing on one foot or whether it's just walking through our lives, that we're open to receiving that. So as we close today, I bow to you for your courageousness. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Nicole Traum with Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6:40 a.m. Please feel free to check in tomorrow or even send this out to your friends. Have a great Wednesday and see you then. Bye.